So we have an announcement to make. Brice and I will be having a baby this November.
This week on Seven Little Johnstons, Liz is sharing her baby news. The mom-to-be got candid about her pregnancy journey, telling viewers how she felt when she first learned she was expecting.
Seeing the initial positive pregnancy test, I was ultimately shocked, and I definitely did not need this to happen to me right now. And it's pretty shocking, and I have no idea how I'm going to tell my parents.
My reaction to her telling me, that we're gonna have a kid, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, what? Because, it shocked me, just as much as it did her.
Brice explained that he and Liz found out about the pregnancy while they were taking some time apart and working on their relationship, and they've since gotten back together.
I wasn't living with her at the time because, we were having relationship issues. But we were just, I would still go there just to, try to fix things with her because, I really cared for her. I cared about our relationship. And, I was really wanting to work it out with her.
Both Brice and Liz were nervous to tell their respective parents. They broke the news to Trent and Amber at a brunch off camera. They were surprised, but it was the fact that Liz was already 21 weeks along that affected them the most.
They were overall just shocked with already how far along I was, and I kept telling them, Brice and I, honest to God, did not even know how to tell mom and dad. It's like we were confused, shocked, scared.
I think it took Amber and I back that it took her so long to tell us. And as parents, it kind of makes us think, or at least it's made me, am I too tough? Are we too tough? Do we hold the standards too high?
Amber reflected on the emotional impact of learning about Liz's pregnancy at this stage.
We weren't able to be a part of that first 5 months. We weren't able to be a part of, all the beginning things. And then, I feel like it was hurt and it was sad.
Later that week, Liz sat down with Trent and Amber for a conversation about everything.
Dad and I are fully aware that you were concerned as far as what we would think.
But you got to know us. All five of y'all know us.
And I know y'all. It's just still like, it's one of those things where you're just like, what the?
At the end of the day, Dad and I
I
can't be like,
I think,
woohoo, good
No,
job.
not that. I know y'all weren't gonna be like that. It was
also-
just
mean,
not knowing.
I think it'd be safe to say that all three of us might have had the same, even though it's your baby, but all three of us might have had a little bit of disappointment, just that
I did. Trust
It
me.
happened right now.
that it happened right now.
Amber shared that her biggest concern moving forward is Liz's prenatal health care and making sure she gets in with the same specialist she used.
It takes 6 to 8 weeks sometimes. Well, we don't have that when you're 21 weeks along and you tell mom and dad. Elizabeth being, 21 weeks along in her pregnancy and being a little person having achondroplasia dwarfism obviously puts her in the high risk category. So therefore, prenatal care is that much more important throughout the whole pregnancy.
Trent also asked Liz about her and Brice taking a break earlier this year and if the pregnancy had anything to do with it.
Several months ago when you and Brice were on the outs and y'all were upset with each other and splitting up, was this about the same time y'all were finding out that y'all were pregnant?
I had no idea.
I didn't know if that's what got you guys upset and he moved out and
No, what me and now
break up.
What made us split apart, and he now realizes it. We actually had a conversation about this last night, realizing that how bad he let work get to him and get to our relationship, just not being ever motivated. Work just got to him. He got too stressed out.
Liz explained that her and Brice's relationship issues were unrelated and that he's been super supportive during her pregnancy so far. Trent ended the conversation by emphasizing to Liz that they're here for her.
I always tell y'all, as long as you raise your hand and ask us for help, we'll never get upset, we'll never get mad.
We pour our heart and soul into our kids, and we fight for our kids, we fight with our kids, but we fight with our kids because we love so hard.
Afterward, Amber debriefed with Trent about some lingering concerns on the healthcare front.
I don't want to scare her, but I don't want to sit here and say, well, Elizabeth, there could be other problems with, you, and there could be problems with the baby right now, and this is why you should have told us by now because it's taken a really long time to get into the specialist up in Atlanta. I don't want to do that to her, But at the same time, I also don't want her like really going around, everything's great, everything's fine.
Despite those worries, they're also focused on celebrating the new addition and being grandparents-to-be. And they're already spitballing ideas as to what the baby will call them.
This is you, right here. You ready?
What? I want to be G-Ma.
That's what G-Ma. That's what Are you serious? You just read my phone.
I'll be G-Ma.
What about a Papa? Can you picture a little girl running around saying, Papa?
Later, Liz caught Brice up on her and her parents' conversation, and they're happy to be back together and making strides in their relationship.
He's learned to, as soon as he pulls down in the driveway or as soon as he leaves work at work. Don't bring it home. Other than that, things have been going well for him and I both. Now it'll just be adjusting to when our kid arrives.
Our little split break, whatever we want to call it. I feel like things have gotten better.
I'm just very excited. You know, things are going great again because I just want her to know how much I really did want to be with her and how much I really did want to spend the rest of my life with her and, just make her happy.
Liz also went around and told each of her siblings separately, and it all took them by surprise.
Liz just came out of nowhere saying, Alex, I'm pregnant. You're gonna be an uncle. And then I think I dropped like the butter knife or something. I was making a sandwich. I just dropped the butter knife on the counter. I'm like,
You're like, that's my foot.
and like I was like speechless for a solid 5 seconds.
Anna and Emma went shopping for the baby and talked about being aunts-to-be.
Out of the aunts and uncles, we're gonna be the best. We're gonna be the fun ones.
We're gonna be the fun aunts.
Not just spoiling, but just doing stuff. We're gonna be the badass aunts.
Okay.
We need a shirt that says
Badass
aunts.
Emma even picked out some pink items for the baby, even though they don't know the sex yet.
So are you just planning to and hoping that it's gonna be a girl getting a dress, Emma?
Yes. I definitely want the baby to be a girl because I can show her a lot of things that I like, and it'd be just fun to have like a girls' day with Anna and Elizabeth. So
You just want another Swiftie, don't you?
yeah, and another Swiftie.
Liz also grabbed dinner with Jonah, and he offered some words of wisdom.
Mom and Dad have taught you and taught all of us well enough to know that when times get hard and the wheels, feel like they're gonna fall off, you gotta keep rolling. Everybody's gonna be learning, even Mom and Dad. They've never had a title as grandparents.
No, and they're taking it on very strongly now.
Everybody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be scared. Everybody's gonna be excited, anxious, everything. I mean, it'll be a first-time feeling for everybody.
They also discussed whether the baby will be a little person or average height.
What are you hoping for?
I mean, I don't know. At this point, it'd be great if it's little, because then it would be like the first little grandchild. And Mom wants it to be little because she always says LP babies are so much cuter.
If it's little, it'll be a 5th generation LP.
Yeah.
Wait, Poppy, Dad, like 4 generation.
But first, they'll find out the sex of the baby. Before they found out at the ultrasound, Liz revealed that she's thinking blue.
I am hoping for a boy just because he has strong male genes on his side of the family. And then also because since my mom had Jonah first, and everybody says, oh, you're always like your mother. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably gonna end up having a boy.
After learning the news, they prepared a reveal for the family, where pink or blue confetti would shoot out. Trent joined Anna and Emma on Team Girl, while Amber joined Alex and Jonah on Team Boy.
I think my dad was secretly rooting for it to be a girl just because since it was me, I think he just wanted like another like little me, I guess, in a sense.
Then they had a countdown for the big moment, but we'll have to wait until next episode to see how it all turns out.
1. Jonah, watch your arm. 2, 3.